So here we are. This is the 5.5 exercise. So let's go ahead and go through it. So number one, okay, your inventory method is periodic and it is weighted average. Okay, so what happened on April 5th?
Okay, April 5th, we purchased 1,000 units at $5 each with the freight charge of $100.
Okay, so we purchased 1,000 items at $5 each and freight was $100. So on April 5th, we have 1,000 items at $5 each with the freight of 100. So what is my total purchase price? Go ahead.
Purchase price is $5,000,
Good.
and the total cost with freight is $5,100.
Yes. All right. Do we need to solve for the cost per item? Oh,
No,
not 50. I'm supposed to add.
I mean, I suppose we could, but in the end, it won't matter because we're doing.
Correct. So in this case, we can go ahead and skip that and we are done here because we don't really need to know. Because we're going to be entering in more transactions with this assumption. Okay. So no, we do not need to calculate that. Okay. So then what happened on April 10?
You're cutting out a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better?
I didn't hear what you said.
So what happened on April 10?
The next
Mm-hmm.
April 10th, we purchased 750 units at $5.75 each, with a freight of $75.
Okay, so we have on April 10, 750 at $5.75 each with a freight of 75. So what is my total purchase price here?
Purchase price is $4,312.50.
Good. And my total cost is?
$4,387.50.
Good. Good. Okay. Do we need to solve for our cost per item? No. Okay. So what happened on April 20th?
April 20th, we purchased 200 units, $6 each, with a freight charge of $20.
Okay. So April 20th, we purchased, was it 200 units at $6?
200? Yep,
And the freight was $20.
20.
So what is my total purchase price?
$1,200.
$1,200 with my total price of?
$1,220.
Good. All right. On April 25th, what had happened here?
We purchased 500 units at $6.25
Mm-hmm.
and a freight charge of $50.
Good. So $6.25 for 500 items.
Yep, $3,125.
So April 25th, 500 at 625. That gives you $4,125 with a 3,000. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, $3,125.
No worries. And my freight was, you said $30?
No, 50.
50. Good. So my total is going to be
$3,175.
good. And then lastly, what is the piece of information that is given on April 30th?
That we have 600 units on hand.
That is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and go down here and I'm going to make sure that my ending balance is 600. Okay. So let's go ahead and tally up each column.
Okay. So the quantity is 2,450.
2,450.
And the purchase price is $13,700. $637.50.
Good. My total freight here is going to be
$245.
$245. And then lastly, what is my total cost?
Total cost is $13,882.50.
Good. So 13,882.50, which yes, we've done this before, but I just want to make sure you understand how to do it differently. So,
I'm good with repetition. Really.
yes. So, how do I solve my average cost per item here?
We take your $13,882.50
Good.
divided by the 2,450 quantity.
Good. So we should get a total here of $5.67. We'll expand that so then we know it's not just only 57 cents, it's 66327.
Right.
Okay? It's that long number. Okay? So let's go ahead and plug in our information down here. So we sold a 24.50 or we bought 24.50 costing 13. We have no returns or allowances, so that should not affect my total purchases. We need to add our freight of 245 to bring us a grand total of the 13,882.50. Okay? Again, applying the knowledge here, we do not have beginning inventory. So therefore, us bringing down our net purchases, this information will stay the same because if we just add them together, it's the same.
Right.
All right. Now that we know that we have ending inventory of 600, how many items did we actually sell?
We sold 1,850.
Good. We sold 1850. Now here is the glorious and fun part here. We know we need to sell 1850. Oop, that's 1950. 18. Come on, fingers. 1850, right?
Right.
How much is my average cost per item?
It's the $5.67.
$5.67. Well, I'm going to leave it in my calculator like this. Okay? And go ahead and calculate your grand total cost here. I'm going to apply a new formula. It's going to be equal round because we have the 6627 number. So it's going to be giving us a huge number. So I want to make sure that I round my number here because this is the number I'm going to be journalizing.
Okay.
So here I'm going to do my little formula for equal round. My first argument is going to be my calculation. I'm going to end my first argument with a comma. And the next argument is going to ask me how many decimal places do I want to have it. In this case, I want the nearest penny. So that's 2 decimal places I want. And I'm going to end my parentheses to give me enter. And now I get this number. Did you get this number too?
No, probably because I used just the $5.67.
Okay, so you rounded early.
Yes, I did. So.
Okay, so.
All right. So right, I get you. So leave it. But yes, okay.
So you got the same number? Or are you calculating it right now?
10, 42, 70. Yes. Yes, it's correct.
Perfect.
I got the same number. Yeah.
Good. So we don't round until the very end where the numbers need to be rounded count. So on our journal, right, you can't accept a millionth of a penny on there, okay? You need to round there. So in this case, that is exactly why I recommend you to, when you're rounding, to round this number first, right? And that's why I recommend you to solve for the ending balance is by taking these two numbers and subtracting themselves out, because if you do the multiplication, if you round it too early up here or you round it too late, you will be off by maybe a couple pennies. So in this case, here you go. I solved for my ending balance, which that's not the correct number. It's this subtract my 10,000. So I should get $3,399.80 to be my ending balance. Okay? So let's go ahead and practice our journal entry here. Okay? So again, we are looking at converting our purchases of our expenses into inventory. So in this case, I believe I'm on April 30th. Okay. So how is my journal going to look like?
Okay, so I am going to the date of April 30th, obviously, and it's going to be inventory.
Inventory. Now, do we have a specific item that we bought? No. So you're right. It's going to be generalized as regular inventory because it wasn't specific. What else am I going to be recognizing?
Are we recognize the ending balance?
Mm-hmm.
24.90, or excuse me, 33.99 and 80 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Open my page again. Okay. And cost of goods sold.
Good. I need to recognize my cost of goods sold because, again, along the way, I sold my items. I no longer have them.
So that's going to be the $10,482.10.
Yes. Oh, 70 cents.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, poor writing.
That's okay.
I said that I had a dash over it. Okay. And then we will do the purchase expense.
Good.
And
So in this case, what was my total purchases?
13,882.50.
Good. Wait, 88. No, not 882. That's including the freight.
Oh, sorry. The 637.50.
Correct.
And freight. Oh, $245.
All right, go ahead and double check to see if your inventory, if your debits and credits match.
Yes, they do. They're both the 13,882.
Good. They're both the 13,882.50. Good. Okay. So now we're also going to do the next problem right here, which is a continuation. Okay. So continue the inventory exercise. So your inventory method is periodic and it is weighted average. So here we know that on April 30th, you should have a total of 600 items on hand, which in this case, I'm going to go to my previous worksheet and I'm going to copy this piece of information down. Since I know I have 600 items and it's going to cost me a grand total of the $399.80, so I'm going to copy this information right here into my other worksheet. So I should have a total of 600, I believe. And it's going to cost me the 3339.80. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself the calculation again for how much each cost per item is going to be. So there you go. And I'm also going to add up the sum total at the bottom, just so then I know what I'm taking out of. And in this case, it doesn't even matter. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the scenario. So what has happened on May 5th?
Okay, May 5th, we purchased 500 units at $6.25 with the freight of $50.
So we purchased 500 at $6.25 with the freight of $50. So second inventory worksheet, we're recognizing that the 5th of May, 500 at $6.25 with a freight of $50. So what is my
The purchase price is $3,125.
good equals formula $3,125, and my total cost is going to be
$3,175.
good. Okay. What has happened next?
Okay, on the 10th of May, we purchased 800 units for $6 each, with a freight charge of $80.
Okay, so 800, $6, and $80. So here my inventory worksheet. So May 10, bought 800 items at $6 with a freight of $80, giving me my total purchase price of
$4,800.
$4,800, and my total cost.
And the cost is $4,880.
Good. Okay. What has happened on May 20th?
Okay, May 20th, we purchased 300 units at $6.15 each with a freight charge of $15.
So three. So here, May 20th, I have 300 items at $6.15 with a freight of $15. So my total purchase price is going to be
$1,845.
good, and my total
Is a $1,860.
$1,860. Okay. So that's 300 at $6.15. Okay. What has happened on May 25th?
May 25th, we purchased 100 units at $6.30 each with a $5 freight cost.
Perfect. So May 25th, we have 100 units at $6.30 and a $5 freight. So how much is going to be my total purchase price?
Which is $630.
$630, and my total cost is going to be
Cost is $635.
$635. Okay. Last but not least here, we encountered on May 31st. What has happened here?
We have 400 units on hand.
We have 400 units on hand.
So to the ending balance, right?
Yes, so I gotta go to my ending balance on my worksheet and make sure that I know that I have a total of 400 items left available on hand. Okay. Now that I have that, let's fill in our, let's go ahead and tally up our totals and then fill out our columns here.
All right, so the quantity is a total of 1,700.
Whoa, I got spill. I have no idea what that is. Okay. So I get a total of 1,700. And what's my total purchase price?
Is $10,400.
And my freight?
Is $150.
And my total is going to be?
$10,550.
Good. Get rid of that. And make these dollar. Good. Now, do we need to calculate our average cost now?
Well, I have it. I don't know. Do we need to?
Not yet, because you have to also include our beginning inventory, right?
Right.
Okay, so now we're going to wait that for a second. Okay, but what you can do is you can enter it up here, but I'm also going to enter it in the middle section, just like how we did before. Okay, so quantity, what was my total quantity?
That was 1,700.
And my purchase of those 1,700.
10,400.
We have no returns or allowances, so we can safely assume
Right.
that it has not changed. Freight was 0 quantity, but how much was freight?
150.
150, giving me a grand total of
10,550.
good. Okay. Good. Now, do we have beginning inventory?
Yes.
Yes, we do. It is for how much?
$3,399.80.
Good. 3,999.80 or 3,399. Okay, 80 cents. All right, and we're gonna pull our information from above for my net purchases. And now I'm going to total up our entire goods available. So what's my total amount that I have available to sell?
That is $13,949.80.
$13,949.80. Good. So what's your cost of goods sold going to be if you know that 400 is going to be left remaining in your inventory?
Oh, no, we will have 1,900.
We will have 1,900. Okay. And then lastly, what is going to be my cost per item? So this is where we're going to calculate our new cost per item. So you could pick anywhere you want in the middle section, right? How do I solve for my cost per item?
Well, so now you will take the total cost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the total cost of the 13.
13.
949 or
Correct.
it's not going to be okay. So 13, 949, 80, and divide it by the 2,300, right?
Mm-hmm. Because now we're adding in our old inventory and we're combining it all together, just spreading the cost evenly now.
Okay. And so that gives me a dollar amount of $620. .0651303.
Good. All right. And lastly, how many items did we sell in total?
1900.
1900. So go ahead and multiply that long number by the 1900 and tell me what you get. And I'm going to equal round this because I know it's not going to be a very even number.
So I get $11,497.4782.
Say that again. 11,000.
I got, well, again, I'm using a phone.
So go ahead and recalculate your cost per item.
Oh, wait,
So
well, I have a different, I don't have 6.6, I have the 6.0513. So no wonder. Okay.
okay.
Let me look at yours then and do it again instead of mine.
Okay.
Okay, yes, the $11,523.747, which would be 75 cents.
Good. Okay, so here, because now this is a rounded number, so again, the assumption is to prevent any rounding errors, you're going to take your goods available, because that's already a rounded number, and you're going to subtract your cost of goods sold to give you a solid $2,425.05. All right.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and finish up the last question here, which is to do the conversion entry. So I'm assuming we're doing this for the May 31st. So 5/31.
Right.
What am I going to be placing here first? What am I going to be recognizing?
Okay, we're going to do inventory.
Good.
Okay, and is it going to be for the balance of the 2,426.05?
Yes, because that's our ending inventory. That's the amount of items that were actually there in my inventory. Okay. And then what else are we going to recognize?
Okay, then we are doing the cost of goods sold.
Cost of goods sold, good, because we got to recognize that we did not transfer all however many items I had,
Okay.
because I
that
sold them
is-
all. The cost
Right.
of goods sold, and that's going to be for
That is for $11,523.75.
good. All right. Now, what else am I going to recognize?
We're going to have the purchase expense
Good.
and freight. And so our purchase expense was the $10,400. And the freight was $150.
Okay. Good. You said 150? Good.
Yes.
So, is that all I do? Is that all?
No, actually, do we have to add the beginning balance on here? I don't remember, hold on.
What do you think?
Hold on, I'm doing the math so I can be sure that I'm getting the number I need to look for. So yes, it is going to be the 3399.80.
Okay.
And that's also going to be listed as inventory, but it's credit.
Good. Good. So good. So 980 is going to be listed as inventory, but on the credit side. So inventory on the credit side. Good. Because we sold those items, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. Good job here. Now, go ahead and pull out your extra worksheet, a blank one, because I have one more problem that we can do, so then I don't let you out as early as almost an hour and 45. So I did have this already. It's going to be my inventory 5.5 part 2. I had it up, but I think I actually closed it. So here, weighted average cost, exercise 2. Oh, those are the answers. Don't look.
I'm not looking. I see my name.
Okay. Exercise costing methods,
Don't worry, I
exercise
can't write
2.
that fast anyway.
That's okay. Here you go. Up. There you go. So here, we're going to practice this again. All right. So, ooh, too big. Okay, so here, these scenarios and numbers are going to be different. So make sure just go ahead and copy them down. Okay. Okay, you're ready?
Yes.
Okay, so on June 1st, so you have this copy on the website as well in case you want to practice. So this case, on June 1st, I purchased a total of 1,500 items at $1.30 each. So what is going to be my purchase price here?
It's supposed to be 1,950.
1,950. Good. All right. What is my total cost going to be? Because I have freight of 200.
The freight is going to be 2,150.
2,150. And again, do I need to solve for the cost per item?
No.
No. Good. All right. So then on June 5th, I made a purchase of 700 items at $1.35 each with a freight of 100. So what's my purchase price here?
Purchase price is $945.
$945, and my total
Is $1,045.
$1,045. Good. Okay. Now on June 8th, I made a purchase of $950. 950 items. So in this case, it's coffee mugs. And I purchased them for $1.32. So what is my total purchase price here?
Is $1,254.
Good. Plus my $120 freight.
Is $1,274.
Good. Good. Now, next was June 10th. Oh, excuse me. I purchased 1,200 items at $1.30. All right, so what's my purchase price here?
1,560.
1,560. Yes. And plus my freight of 150.
Is $1,710.
Good. Then on June 12th, I purchased 800 items at $1.25 with a freight of 100. So what is my purchase price here?
It's $1,000.
$1,000 even, correct. And lastly, what is my total price here?
It's 1,100.
Good. Okay. Last but not least, on the 14th of June, I purchased 550 coffee mugs at $1.30 with a freight of 70. So what is my total purchase price here?
Price is $715.
$715. And my total?
Is $785.
$785. Good. All right. So now that we reached the end of our scenario on June 15th, I have a total of 500 items left in inventory. So let's go ahead and total up our columns. And what do you get for your total amount of quantity?
So my total amount of quantity, I have 5,700.
Okay. So the numbers are the same. Okay, good. And what's my total purchase price?
Still calculating that one. Hold on one moment.
No worries. No worries.
Right, not skipping anything. 7,424.
Good. $4,424 even. And what is my total freight?
$740.
740. And my total cost here?
$3,164.
$8,164 even. Good. Okay. So let's go ahead and fill out the bottom half again. Well, actually, let's solve for our average cost per item because we don't have beginning inventory. So that is all that we have.
Alright. So I have a total of 1.4322807.
Whatever numbers did you want to write down?
Alright, well, I just put in, how many do you want? Just like past the two, like 4? I don't know.
I don't care. I just want to make sure that you know that this is not a rounded number.
Right, no, I understand.
So I do 4 sometimes.
It would be $1.43.
Yes.
In the real world.
Yes. And for me, it doesn't matter. If you're using Excel, you have the capability to determine. But, for writing purposes, I don't want you to break your hand either. So 4 decimal places should be enough. But just make sure that you know it is not a rounded number, that there's numbers after that. But I don't want you to ever punch into the calculator as in 1.4322. I want you to recalculate that formula that you just did to solve for that and then punch in the calculator on the total amount that you are actually looking for. So in this case, I bought a total of 5,700 at 74,000. Okay. In this case, we do not have any purchase returns or allowances. Okay, so therefore our numbers are the same. My freight was giving me a grand total.
The eight, yes, 8,164.
Good. Okay. Of course, we don't have any beginning inventory, so we can safely assume that. And we're going to bring down our net purchases, which in this case, because we don't have beginning inventory, everything's going to look the same. All right, so what's my cost of goods sold for the quantity?
$5,200.
5,200. So we sold 5,200 items, okay? Now in this case, let's go bring it up to our little area. We know that we need to sell a total of 5,200. And how much is it going to cost me to sell one item?
So, why do I forget already?
This is weighted average, remember. So we calculated an average cost per item.
So are you looking for the 1 unit price or the,
Yeah, how much is it going to cost me to sell one item?
is it the $1.43?
Correct. It is this mumbo jumbo because
Right.
we don't care for which came first. We just care for the total amount of items that we purchased, right? So go ahead and calculate what my total cost is going to be if I'm going to calculate it at 1.432.
$7,436.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me multiply this, comma 2. And I get $7,447. And did you get 86 cents at the end?
No, now, and I don't know if it's because I'm using this little phone, but it's not calculating it right. So no, I didn't. I had $7,436. So hold on,
430.
let's try it one more time because not my calculator, my new calculator. All right. Okay. So yes.
So yes, that's going to be your cost of goods sold. Is going to be the 7,447.86. And what is my ending inventory going to be?
$716.14.
$716.14. Good. And lastly, let's practice that conversion entry again. So here, I'm going to recognize inventory. Oops, oops, oops. Come on, shrink for me. Okay, there. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay, there you go. So I have inventory, cost of goods sold. Okay. So in this case, we don't have beginning inventory, so this account can be gone.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So what is my total inventory that I am actually placing in here?
That is the ending balance of $716.14.
Good. All right. What is my cost of goods sold?
This is 7,447 and
my total purchases.
This is 7,424.
Good.
Is 740. So, okay, and I balance at 1,864.
Yay. Okay, so good job, Robin. So that is it for today. I don't want to boggle you with more exercises because, again, essentially it's rinse and repeat. It's the same thing over and over and over again. So I've already given you a total of 3 examples for weighted average, and yes, and I also did one example of the LIFO. So you have a lot of things that you can use to practice.
Yes.
Tomorrow is going to be the full-on review for Chapter 5, where we're actually going to be looking at, well, what happens when you have a purchase returns and allowances, and how that affects your equation. So again, we're going to go through every single concept. So we're going to go a FIFO, LIFO, and a weighted average, and we're going to go through the scenario where we are making returns and allowances. But for the rest of today, you are free to go unless you have any other questions. You did a great job today.
Thank you. The only other question I have is, so like if I